So in the last chapter of Samurai 8, we seen what kind of thought process Hachimaru goes through when he's fighting his opponents. He uses the skills that he learned from the years of gaming, which he did all throughout his whole life. And that took him to the top 3 of this battle royale, which is where this chapter begins. All that is left in this battle royale is Hachimaru, Ryu, and his teacher Hamura. This could not have been the more interesting thing to see, which is them two fighting again, because in the past few chapters we've seen what their training looks like, and Hachimaru could barely even land a hit on Ryu. But with Hachimaru's recent growth of potential with Anne's prayer and help from Hayataro, he's become like an extremely strong samurai for his age. We also find out a lot more about Ryu, who is a very comical but actually kind of funny character. In this chapter, he says that he may not remember everything, but when it comes to combat, he remembers everything. And that's really interesting because he's pretty much a meathead and like only has skills and strength, but with no brains unless he's fighting. I'd be happy to see if Kishimoto starts to make him remember things, but at the same time, I really don't think they'll be a part of the group after this arc, to be honest. I don't know, maybe it's just a hunch. Anyways, while fighting Ryu, Hachimaru was definitely struggling at first, but then he starts to have a flashback, which I feel like they've been doing like in almost every fight so far, and honestly it's a warning point for me, and it's starting to become overdone. I know it's a very shonen thing to do, the whole flashback build up to an epic scene, but it's becoming predictably boring if I'm being honest. But what's funny about this flashback is a message that Hachimaru gets while he's playing the game. It was someone basically being toxic and roasting Hachimaru for beating them so bad. And as a kid, I know this doesn't feel too good, and I still kind of get messages like these when I'm playing the game sometimes. People will just add me and send me that message and then block me. But anyways, in the flashback, Hachimaru also remembers a hidden blade that his father installed in his left arm, which he ultimately uses to catch Ryu off guard and win the match. Hamura forfeits and Hachimaru wins the battle royale. But the way the chapter ends is what I'm more concerned about. We see this big guy in a chair from what it looks like he was watching the whole tournament from. And in the last chapter review video, I speculated that there's going to be a bigger villain at the end of this, and it's definitely not going to be this dude. In one panel, he says it's time to contact you-know-who. That implies that he's working for someone bigger than him who is also searching for keys. The only other person we know of right now who is very strong and is also looking for keys is definitely Ata, Hamura's ex-student. And the last time we saw him, he said he would collect Hachimaru's key himself. So essentially, this guy is like the Nappa to Vegeta for all my DBZ fans out there. That's only if this guy is talking about Ata. He could be working for someone completely different, but is still crazy strong. Who knows? We'll just have to see in the next chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get all my notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video.